What is going on, you guys? My name is Diecast, and welcome back to yet another NASCAR 1/64 scale diecast review. And here today, folks, to begin off the month of July, we are here today to review. We're going to be reviewing a whole lot of NASCAR diecasts here very, very soon. So, to of course begin off the series of reviews, we are going to go ahead here. And we are going to go out ahead here and start things off here today by reviewing Chris Buescher's number 17 BuiltSubmarines.com Watkins Glen race win version. All right, so we got a Christopher Buescher win in the house, and I am very excited to get into this diecast. It's a Built Submarines card. This is the first time I'm going to be looking at one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Here's the box right here. Nothing too special. RFK, Chris Buescher. Not much else to mention. Here is the diecast itself. And like I said before, this is the first Built Submarines card that I have in my collection. And it's funny because, you know, when it comes to the unfortunate thing about my current day, about me currently collecting NASCAR diecasts, is just that I only go for the Cup race wins, and I sporadically go for some standard editions, but I never, there are some paint schemes, though, that I really wish I could talk about. And the Built Submarines car is like one of those schemes that I always wanted a diecast of it, but I just never found a good reason to really kind of get it. And won't you know, Chris Buescher won a race, and, well, we got a diecast to talk about. So this was Chris Buescher's one and only win of the 2024 season, barely missing out on the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, and yeah, and then beat out Shane Van Gisbergen in a really exciting battle at the Watkins Glen International. So yeah, take a look at the car though itself here. Of course, as you can see, this is the car itself. You know, the paint scheme. It's all done in this. It's black and white. Though, if I'm not mistaken, Buescher's is a little bit different. I know Keselowski and I think Ryan Preece, their cars have a green roof. And I feel like that green roof, or this, green, teal green, or whatever it is, would really go well in the hood. But, I mean, still, it came out really damn nice, though. Of course, it got that chrome-plated number right there, looking absolutely amazing. And yeah, just overall, just really cool looking paint scheme, I gotta say. And hopefully, yeah, you know what? Hopefully Ryan Preece will get a win in this car. Have to flip it upside down in the Daytona 500. It'd be really cool to see him get this race win and stuff. But yeah, this, like I said, I know for some Shane Van Gisbergen fans, they're probably upset that Van Gisbergen didn't get the win. But I mean, if you have this car and the Shane Van Gisbergen WeatherTech car, this would be a really cool kind of set to have. Both of them and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. And I'm kind of taking a look at the car itself just to see if there's anything else worth mentioning. Nope, there's nothing really else worth mentioning. So, let's go ahead and get down onto the sponsors. So, on the windshield banner, you have Ford and Buescher. We got the windshield wiper right there. BuiltSubmarines.com, and you got this radar graphic on there. I really like that. You got 3 Built Submarines logo on. You got 3 Built Submarines logo right there. Number Ford, 17 RFK, Sunoco will go over here to this side. NASCAR Cup Series, Goodyear on top of the wheel well, and the gunmetal gray rims for the Eagles. Number 17, chrome plate number. Beautiful looking number plate right there. BuiltSubmarines.com, Chris Buescher, and the Texas flag. Ford, Lincoln Welders. Got a whole lot of contingency sponsors down here. Fastenal, Wolf, International, Mac Tools, Ford. I don't know what those other ones say. Fifth Third Bank. The Get Bioethanol logo, which is, of course, on the passenger side rather than the driver's side, as the pit stops are done on the passenger side. So there you go. BuiltSubmarines.com, RFK, Ford, number 17. Blue Force Alliance down there. Buescher, BuiltSubmarines.com, 17 there. And here's an underneath look of the car if you wanted to see that. So with that really kind of being said, let's get down to the race win damage. And for the most part, this car actually has a pretty good, decent amount of race win damage. I was kind of concerned that this wouldn't have too much, but let's just get into it. So of course you can see here with the roof, you got 3 Built Submarines logos. That's for the camera. And you can see that the roof is actually pretty dirty. And you of course can see, I don't know what that is. Is that the earbud piece for the driver? I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't know what that is. Someone will probably tell me in the comments. But anyways, though, the front end is pretty beat up from the most part. Or not that dirty, but you can see the grille detail and the detail on the carbon fiber splitter. Going on this side, you can see it's a little bit dirty and crunched up there. Of course, you can see a big old tire donut. Well, half as basically Van Gisbergen got loose coming off of the dog leg. Lost my words there for a minute, and Buescher pounced and got by him. Of course, you can see more rubber buildup on the side here. Some dirt down there, some more dirt there. Some more dirt on the back, and then going on here to the side. Yeah, more damage right there. Some of this is part of the design, though, so don't worry if this is all, like, messed up. But, yeah, you can see more down there. Some on the top there, and yeah. And I didn't mention this before, but there is a race win sticker. So there you go, guys. That's a look at Chris Buescher's Watkins Glen race win. Pretty much a really cool car. And of course, you know, obviously this is a car that I know that a lot of fans have been really anticipating for. And hey, thank God it got made in the 1/64 scale. Would have been really unfortunate if this didn't get made. But the Built Submarines car is fairly popular and stuff like that. So I can imagine that, yeah, that's really why it got made. So yeah, there you go. But other than that, that's really all I else really have to say about this car. A pretty quick review, all things kind of considered. So yeah, really awesome looking car. And of course, we got some more diecast reviews coming up. So you don't want to miss those. Drop a score, drop a comment if you want to. Tell me what you think of this car. Do you think maybe this is not one of the better race wins? And I think this is not one of the better ones, but it does have more race win damage than more cars do. That being like half of Kyle Larson's race wins. Yeah. By the way, I'm not taking back what I said. Yeah, Kyle Larson race wins are pretty boring. Yeah. Anyways, though, excuse me right there. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and with that really being said, I will see all of you in the next video.